What's up, everybody? Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're at. Welcome to the Dose Leprechauns podcast. I'm Jason. This is Nate, and we're the Dose Leprechauns. Thanks for joining us this morning for our pregame show for the Irish Wear Green Notre Dame versus Boise State. The Irish will be hosting Boise State here in just about an hour. So if you're on campus for the game, hope you're having a great time. Hope you're at our tailgate, the Dose Leprechauns tailgate, sponsored and well, not sponsored, but run by Irish JTL. So thank you guys if you're there. Hope you're having a great time. Jumping on, we've got Wayne Smith. Let's get this party started. Irish Wear Green. Patty McCormick's on. Let's go Irish. We got Brett Boyson on. Let's go Irish. I did leave the link for Nate's Future Foe Watch, which he does every week. Please give that a listen, or not a listen. Give that a read. Share it. He does a really good job kind of diagnosing the next few opponents. Actually, all the opponents on the schedule, including Boise State. So Boise State comes into town. They are 3-1. They've defeated Air Force Academy, Eastern Washington, and Appalachian State last week. They can score. Their offense is fairly prolific. They're averaging 520 yards per game, which is ninth in college football. They're averaging 299 yards per game throwing, which is 20th. Rushing, they're averaging 221 yards rushing, and their scoring offense is 22nd in the nation at 38.5. Defensively, they're sort of middle of the road. Passing yards, they give up 186 passing yards per game. Rushing yards, 155 yards per game. And their scoring defense is 24.8 points per game, which is good for 75th in the country. Both teams are good on third down. Both are converting it over a 50% rate, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. Boise State is 121st in college football in red zone defense. So their opponents, if they get in the red zone, they're scoring. And again, we talked about all the stats. They're playing Eastern Washington, App State, and Air Force, and then their loss was against South Florida, which was a big loss at their place. So a lot of the prognosticators have the Irish winning big. The Vegas line is currently set at Notre Dame 21.5. So a lot of confidence going into the Irish after what they did to Arkansas last week. Nate, what's your take on this game? What are you feeling? Pretty confident? You feeling a little worried? Where are you at?
I think the confidence level of Vegas and Notre Dame fans around the world have to do with Notre Dame scoring 56 points 2 weeks in a row. And they've scored 40-plus points 3 weeks in a row, Texas A&M, Purdue, and Arkansas. Mm-hmm. So I could easily see that happening again. I think South Florida put up 31 points against Boise State, and they did it pretty easily, if we're being honest. I think they easily could have put up more, but Boise State really had nothing to offer offensively in their first game. And I think I'd attribute that to a little bit of a playoff hangover. You lose your best player in Ashton Jeanty, who's now with the Vegas Oakland Raiders. And you kind of have to reinvent yourself as an offense. They bring back Maddox Madsen, the quarterback. He's a pretty good quarterback. He's not always on the move, but he can if he has to. He's got a pretty strong arm.
He's got 9 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, he doesn't turn the ball over a lot, which is what we aren't accustomed to seeing from Notre Dame opponents, quarterbacks that we face. Last week, Taylon Green didn't turn the ball over, but he definitely didn't look like Taylon Green against the other opponents. So.
Yeah, I like their running back Dylan Riley. He's rushed for 360 yards. He can catch the football too. He's got 5 touchdowns on the year. So he's pretty good. But again, I just have to remember the parity and who they've played, right? Purdue was a fairly easy one for the Irish. Arkansas shouldn't have been easy, but it was. So obviously those teams are higher caliber than Eastern Washington and App State and Air Force and not South Florida. It's a team that I think I hope the team, and I don't think a Marcus Freeman team is going to be able to have a letdown, especially knowing that we're, you got to keep winning mode or we're not making the playoffs. So I think the boys will be ready to rock and roll, and I'm really excited to see the progression on defense. We saw a huge step forward against Arkansas last week, but obviously that first drive and a couple other drives in the first half, Arkansas was moving the ball at will. There was a couple of missed throws and a couple of missed assignments that could have gone either way. I mean, I still think we dominate that game, but definitely some opportunities to still improve. I did like what I saw out of the D-line. Gabe Rubio had another really good game. Traore had another good game. So plenty of great things happened on defense last year, and in the second half of the Purdue game, I really hope to see that continued progression this week.
Yeah, I think all facets of last week was great, offensively, defensively, and special teams. So I really hope that continues.
Let's see, we got our good friend Amber Sullivan jumping on here. Says, "Hey guys, go Irish, beat Broncos. Looking for a big win with a heavy offensive output. I think the defense will improve upon their progress from last week. I'm sure Freeman will have them well prepared." So yeah, we agree, Amber. I think this is going to be a good opportunity for the Irish to continue to get better as we move on along in this season, and really, win or you're out mode type situations. We're in an elimination game every week, and I guarantee you, that's what Coach Freeman and the coaching staff has expressed and really hit home is like we don't have any margin for error anymore. There's no let up. There's no coming out soft, anything like that. So I'm excited to see the guys get out there and get after it. I love the Irish wear green. I'd love to hear from you guys, everybody watching. How do you guys feel about the green? I personally love the all green uniforms. We did confirm that it's all green, so green tops, green pants, and I'm sure Faison will have green cleats. Sutherland will have green cleats.
CJ Carr will have green cleats like last week.
Who?
CJ Carr.
Probably.
Like
yeah, that looked clean, man. So yeah, speaking of CJ Carr, I mean, he's the elephant in the room. He's gotten a lot of hype over this past couple weeks, past couple days, past couple weeks,
past couple months.
Yeah, I mean, if you're new to this show, you won't have noticed, but we are huge CJ Carr supporters. We've been starting the car since day one, since he committed, and just have always thought that he would be the guy, and he has been, and I think he's showing why he got that confidence from the coaching staff. I've just been, blown away at the prolific offense we've had. I knew that we were going to get it going here after the Miami game, but just the ease of which J. Love and Jadarian Price are scoring. I mean, even Aeneas Williams last week, and then just CJ Carr as a 19, 20-year-old kid, the way he's been able to really go out there and just be very calm and competitive, and we'll see. Maybe in the next few weeks we'll have a game that we'll need him to go out and win, and I think he's at that point where I would trust that he can do that. The Irish are averaging just under 480 yards per game, which is good for 16th in college football. They're averaging 306 passing yards per game, which is 16th. We're 59th in the nation in rushing yards at 173. I think that's because we've been blowing teams out, so they've taken out the starters pretty much fourth quarter. Scoring, we're 44 points per game, which is 11th in the nation. I think if you told anybody that at the start of the season, they'd say, "You mean scoring defense, not scoring offense?" But no, that's our score. That's our offense, the 11th in the country.
I definitely would have said that.
Really?
Honestly.
Okay. I don't think.
Well, like I've said this whole season, I genuinely thought the offense was going to be the issue this season.
Yeah.
Because there's so much talent on the defense that, like, there's no way you can just and lose your defense. But I don't know.
I think I want to obviously shout out to the big fellas up front on both sides of the ball. The O-line is really clicking.
Yeah.
A bunch of pancakes were handed out last week. I'm sorry, a lot from Anthony Knapp, and I saw quite a few from Gerby Lambert. So it was fun to see them establish their dominance and establish their will. I always love to see that. I'm looking for more of that today. The Boise State defensive line is pretty undersized. They've got a couple guys that can play, but I don't think they're going to be much of a matchup for our big offensive lineman. Their leading tackler is a guy named Ty Bennyfield. He's our defensive back. He's number 0. He's got 22 solo tackles on the year, and he does have an interception, so he'll be probably matched up, I would imagine, with Malachi Fields. He's a pretty big kid, 6'2", 204 pounds. So he's somebody that I think will be – you'll hear his name called a lot, I think. Also on the D-line, they've got a scrappy little guy named Braxton Feely. He's a senior, 6'1", 296 pounds. He's got 2 solo tackles, 3.5 sacks this year. So obviously he's got a big motor. So you'll probably see him going up against our center and our guard. So that's Braxton Feely, number 90, is another guy that we'll want to look out for. Nate, on their receivers, we talked about this a little bit. They've got some guys that are quick, but they're undersized. Latrell Caples is their leading receiver with 240 yards, 15 receptions, and 2 touchdowns. He's 6 foot even, 191 pounds. What do you think? Do we need Leonard Moore today, or can he take one more week to rest to really get ready for NC State and SC?
I think they're going to give him either limited reps or no reps today.
Okay.
I don't think this is a game where you need Leonard Moore. No disrespect to Boise State or Maddox Madsen or any of their receivers, but I just think there's better quarterbacks that we'll be facing later on this year.
Might be, yeah.
Next week, CJ Bailey, I think he's better than Madsen. Jordan Mayava, whatever, from SC, I think he's really good. And so I think they give him another week. I think if he does play, it'll be sort of in like mop-up action, because they probably won't be targeting him at that point in time. I saw another comment on here about Jaden Greathouse. He's out for today. I think that's more of a precaution thing. I think if we really, really needed him, he could go, but just precaution day.
Let's see. Brian Sullivan, we know the boys will roll today. More interested in how Jason's golf game went yesterday. Go Irish. Yeah, yesterday went really well, actually. I played a little 9-hole with my buddy from work, Augie Perez, also a Notre Dame fan. Played well. Had, let's see, on 9 holes, I think I had 4 pars and 5 bogeys. So obviously I'm not going out for the tour. I'm going to keep my day job and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to get out there. The weather's starting to get nice finally. Still in the high 90s, low hundreds, but we'll take it. It's a heck of a lot better than 110, 115. Let's see, from Amber again, Amber Sullivan. Desmond Howard gave Carr a big shout out on Big Noon Kickoff. Game day. Yeah, very surprised to hear any NBA praise from him. I got to be honest, Desmond's been a lot more tolerable lately, I'd say within the past 2-3 years. Way back in the day, Desmond Howard and I went at it pretty hardcore on Twitter. This was probably in 2018 or something like that. He was just a real pompous prick. And obviously we know what he did to us when he was with Michigan. But to me, he's gotten a lot more tolerable. I feel like he's not as hateful towards Notre Dame, and there's really no other way to put it. He was hateful. So, but yeah, it's nice to see that he's finally giving the Irish some love. Let's see. Brett Boyson, Gang Green, baby. I like that. Let's effing go, he says. We've made it this far. Let more have another week. That's from Brett also. I like that. Brett and Gary both say it's a dry heat. We're talking about the Arizona heat. It definitely is dry, but holy moly. Let's see. Troy Meehan, who's getting the start in place of Greathouse. Pauline, he should see the field more than he does, in my opinion. I'm also wishing Williams can get some reps. Yeah, I would love to see Cam Williams get some reps finally. Who knows? Maybe this will be the week. I'd love to see if we can really get a big lead on these guys. If we can put guys like Cam Williams in, Logan Saldate, some guys like that. But yeah, I would guess that Will Pauling will probably be playing in place of Greathouse. In fact, I'm all but confident that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what was reported. It'll be Pauling.
Okay, so one of our guys on the scene here on Twitter, Adam Dowling at Adam_Dowling1 says just as many Boise State people as Texas A&M people.
Wow,
come on, guys, do better, man.
That's really disappointing.
I will say that there was a bunch of people. That were selling their tickets just as of late. I don't know if there's like family stuff going on or little league games, whatever, but I don't know if I've ever seen this many tickets either being for sale or given away, which is it blows me away because it's not like this team is bad. It's not like this team is not competitive or we don't have a fun offense. I mean, it's a fun team to watch no matter who you are. I've even got friends who can't stand the Irish saying, oh man, that Jeremiah Love is so much fun to watch. Price is so much fun. They're great running backs, CJ Carr, all that. So I don't get it. I mean, if you've got other stuff going on, great. If you're selling your tickets for some extra money, man, that sucks. But I guess got to do what you got to do. But
if you do, you have to. I think you should prioritize selling to Notre Dame fans. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yep. Let's see. From Brett Boyson, he says, "What can I get to one? Power run game would be great to see. Yeah, I think we're going to run the heck out of the ball today. I really do. And I think you'll see a lot of both guys. I think you'll see a lot of Price and Love. And really nobody loses in that scenario. Just both guys that are absolute flat out studs. And you're literally running out of things to say. I tweeted that last week. Like the run that he had where it was actually a catch, the first touchdown he had on that catch from CJ. He caught the ball, got tackled got hit right away, spinned off, and then stared the dude down as he was striding into the end zone. It was freaking awesome. Gary, candidates to you guys at the Syracuse game? Yes, sir. We will definitely be there. Looking forward to getting back out there. Having not been able to go to the A&M game, being out there for at least one is going to be crucial. And then we'll be at the Stanford game, probably the last time we'll play at the Farm in quite some time. So really looking forward to that. But yeah, we'll see everybody out at Syracuse hopefully. And again, if you've had a chance to go by our tailgate, really want to give a shout out to Irish JTL. He brought just a boatload amounts of food today. Heard it was really great. We had the champ ski out there, courtesy of our good friend Nick Boyd. You got to check out the shot ski if you haven't yet. See, Amber Sullivan says RTDB, run the damn ball. Gary, I want to see some 2-back sets. Wayne Smith, the candidate quilts. Not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's funny. What is Michelle Southern? Any teams we will pay a lot more? Yeah, seriously. I think the SC game, people are going to be paying a bunch for the tickets, but a lot of SC fans don't like to travel. They won't travel in masses like some of these other folks will. You'll see some diehard SC fans out there, but you're not going to see. I don't think it's going to be a sea of
red.
What's their color?
Red.
It's not red. It's like maroon and yellow. I don't know. Cardinal and gold. They just suck either way. See, Amber says she'll be there for the Syracuse game too. Can't wait. Can't wait to see you out there, Amber. It's gonna be fun. See if I missed anything out here. What do you guys think? Switching gears a little bit. What's everybody think of the basketball alternate jerseys, the Bend? I personally love them. I think it's awesome. I love the fact that they're getting a little creative with that kind of stuff. I really wish we could have been at that Irish Jam that they had at Eddy Street last night. It looked really cool. So I love seeing the Bend uniforms. I bought the hat, which I thought was super cool. We'll probably buy a jersey when we get down there just so we can try it on, make sure it fits and everything. But yeah, I love the stuff. See, Brett Boyson says he loves the Bend. Gary Kennedy says nope. Not surprising for some reason. Trey Meehan says it's something different. I'm for it. And I posted this yesterday on Facebook, and I'm going to say it right here live. Coach Shrewsbury will have this team in the March Madness tournament. I'm telling you right now, with the new young guys they have coming in, and Marcus Burton coming back, Shrewsbury coming back, I'm really excited about this basketball team this year. And the women are going to be good too. Coach Ivy, Hannah. I mean, it's going to be some good basketball happening in South Bend this year. So make sure you get to as many games as you can. Support them. It's always nice to see a packed house. And it's always kind of sad when they're not great and you can hear crickets. So get down there and support those men and women. See, Gary Kennedy, I don't mind it for a single game, but not for the season. I don't think they're wearing the Bend for the whole season. I think it's going to be kind of like a once in a while type thing.
Special game. I think they're wearing it for the Duke game.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a matter of fact, I think they released when they were going to actually wear those. Anyways, back to football. Michelle Southern, I remember the 2000 Nebraska game, the first time Indy fans sold their soul to the opponent for money. It was sickening. Yeah, I will never forget that game. It was a sea of red on all sides of the stadium. The only time it really got loud was when Joey Gethrall took back the punt for a touchdown, and then it seemed like there was a little hope. But yeah, no, that was one of the first times I can remember ever not feeling like Notre Dame was a hostile environment for the opponent in 2000. Because growing up, watching all the Lou Holtz teams, 88 through 99, it was always just all Notre Dame. You hardly saw any opponent fans in there. And I feel like in 2000, that tide shifted. And in some of the bigger games, you see a lot of the other fans out there. Now, I will say that I personally felt like for the Ohio State game a few years ago that Nate and I were at, I really thought we showed up really well, better than I thought we would. He disagrees, but I thought it was actually pretty good. So A&M, kind of the same thing. I feel like it was like 65-35 Notre Dame fans. Well, sheesh, that could have been the score too. As many points as were scored. All right, here we go. Some more Brett Boyson Ashisms. Says, you can bet your ash we will win. Hopefully we can start using, I think there's going to be some creative ways that we can use ash if our defense starts to be what we know it can be again.
No, I got to continue.
It's got to just be bad.
It's got to stay bad.
He's got to continue to be the ash of the jokes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Gary Kennedy, we got to meet Coach Jackson at the Purdue game. Coach Jackson from which team, Gary?
Oh, the hockey coach?
Oh, the hockey. Is that the, see,
I think he's the new coach.
I don't know the hockey teams' names. I just know I really want to see a hockey game at Compton. And every time we go, they're always out of town or they're not playing. And Coach Corrigan, he invited us to the lacrosse.
Nice.
That's really cool. Yeah, lacrosse. Freaking Notre Dame is a lacrosse factory at this point. And there's another lacrosse guy on the football team now. I found out. Natty something or another.
I don't know.
You got to have those stats ready to go, man.
I don't know.
Let's see what else we got. Michelle, that was a good comment. We read that one. Yeah, hockey got their first game, first win, so they're off to a good start. Mike Kane jumped on. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. Thanks for jumping on. Any of you guys at the game right now and watching there? I know Jeff, our usual co-host in the morning, is at the game and said reception is really bad today, which at Notre Dame Stadium it's always kind of a hit or miss situation. Buckner from Gary Kennedy. Yeah, Buckner plays on the lacrosse team, but he was football first. But yeah, sure. Let's see, Amber Sullivan. Hopefully, Boise State gets an ash kicking. Okay, see, I like that. Let's go kick some ash, boys. So yeah, I think we can get some good ashisms in here when he starts turning that defense around. Because we know we've got the personnel. Now it's just a matter of him coming up with a good scheme or just staying out of the way if that's what Coach Freeman wants him to do. Got a lot of our friends on site we're looking at right now. Okay. So Tyler Horka just, actually he tweeted this a while ago, but see, Desmond Howard picked the Irish, Nick Saban picked the Irish, McAfee picked the Irish, Theo Vaughn picked the Broncos, and Herbie, of course, Herbie picked the Broncos. Come on, man.
It was who's going to cover the spread.
Oh, so they weren't picking the Broncos.
No, they only do
Gotcha.
game picks now if it's like a close spread.
That's cool. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see, Gary Candidate, we have the skill. Brett Boyson, you don't have a hair on your ass if you don't love the Irish. I like that one too. Brett just comes with the heat. Brian Campbell, who's usually on, is another one that comes with some really good ashisms, but I don't see him yet. He'll probably be he's always on the post game, so we'll hope to see Brian here in a minute. Brett, thank you again for purchasing a shirt from the store. If you guys want some Dose Leprechauns gear, I'm going to leave the link here in the comments. We got some cool stuff on there. We're going to be dropping some new shirts here very soon. We're probably going to re-release the original Irish Car Bomb shirt, so we'll get that out there. We'd like to work with Mrs. Carr, Tammy Carr, on that, and do something with her son's foundation. CJ's younger brother, who died when he was only, I think, 7 or 8 years old or something like that. We'd like to do something to support that as part of the Irish Car Bomb shirt. So look for that as we get going here a little bit further into the season. Probably on the bye week we'll get something like that going.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got? Final thoughts on the game, Nate? What do you think? What are you looking for? Let's do our player of the game picks. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I think I went over that, but pretty confident in the next few weeks. And I think the team is playing pretty inspired. Purdue and Arkansas showed that. Big game today to get over 500 for the first time this season. And then, you got some of your tougher opponents, NC State and then USC. So let's see, my player of the game. I'll do offense first.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to say Eli Reardon.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I'm going to say Eli Reardon offensively. Defensively, KVA. It's always KVA. It's got to be KVA.
So good, man.
KVA.
KVA is just, he's so instinctual. He's so fast. He plays with some ferocity. He's just an absolute pleasure to watch. You know who I've been really impressed? I'm not ready to make him my player of the game on defense yet, but I've been super impressed with Madden Framo, the freshman, number 19. He's come in and made some good plays. He's very aggressive. I think once he kind of figures out, the entire defense and gets some of the nuances of the game, I think he's going to, of college football, he's going to be somebody really special. Madden Framo is a dog.
Yeah. I'm
gonna say I really think on defense today. I think we're going to hear from Bryce Young a lot. And again, I may sound like a broken record. I really love Bryce Young a lot. But something tells me that he's at that point. I've seen him come close to popping off a few times and just absolutely manhandling guys and getting a sack, getting after the quarterback. I think this is the game where he comes alive. He's going to give Boubacar a push for this team lead in sacks. So defensively, I'm going to go Bryce Young. I know that's not a surprise to anybody if you've watched the show. Offensively, it's tough for me. But I'm gonna say Malachi Fields has a huge game today. I think that the matchup is one that favors us on all different receiver slots. But I think Malachi is going to be a quick guy that comes in and is able to really put this thing to bed sooner than later. I mean, you can go out and say Ash and Price. I mean, I'm sorry, Love and Price, and I'm sure they'll have great games. But I think we're going to see it aired out a little bit more today. Give Malachi some opportunities to make some plays, and he's obviously become CJ's go-to. So yeah, but I like the Reardon pick a lot.
Not the KVA pick though.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, KVA pick's good too. I can't go. In fact, that would have been my pick. Gary Kennedy says Kilted Leprechaun gear. Yep, that's actually already on there, I think. So go grab yourself a few Kilted Leprechaun shirts. All the money that we bring in from the store goes directly to making the podcast better, trying to get veterans out to games, all those things that we do. It goes right back into everything that we're trying to get going. Brett Boyson, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The Broncos will get beat rough. Not terrible. Gary Kennedy says Snead, so that's Gary's pick for defensive player of the game. Amber has Carr on offense, KV on defense. I like those picks. Let's see. Brett says, me too. Bryce Young kicks ash, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Brett also says, I would absolutely love a defensive shutout. Oh, that'd be amazing. I don't think we're going to shut him out. I think Madsen's too crafty, and I think the running game is pretty decent, and their O-line's pretty good too, actually. So I don't think we shut him out, but my pick was, I think I had said 34-17. I'm going to stick with that. I think we'll probably give up a couple tutties and a field goal. I think we'll score early and then maybe get stalled out a little bit and then pick it up again and then probably have the subs in with some time left in the fourth quarter. So it should be fun. Brett, thank you for your service. We all, as I mentioned, we appreciate it. We admire and honor all veterans all the time. So thank you. And again, we appreciate you grabbing a shirt, show that bad boy off, and let people know where they can find it. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in a few hours, hopefully for a post-game celebration. And then, we'll be looking forward to the North Carolina State game after that. But enjoy the game. Make sure you're wearing your green. Go Irish. Beat Broncos.